can get it done on the ground. The Lions are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Packers defense that needs to be ready for that. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken short, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 29. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The numbers for him from a week ago, 17 carries, 65 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Sidesteps him at the 35. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". Get the yard he needed. He goes the wrong direction. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, and for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Time running out here on the play clock. A 2nd down carry for Booker. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And the play clock's running down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here we go now. Green, 30. Here we go. Green, 19.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They set up the screen to Booker. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green, 19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Let's go. Back now. Check. Patriots.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he's got his man on the out route. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 75 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way. I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ryan. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll drop the throw. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Green, 39.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's Ryan. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Boom, landed.
And he'll get this up only to about the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. coming up at halftime. Remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Here we go now. Leopard, Detroit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. First down, he'll drop to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And some room to work. Finding room inside the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
All right, here we go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Finding room to the 20. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And give them a gain of 37. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down following the run. They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now back to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Now the try here for the point after. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And he's able to put it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Booker's got it on the toss. And he'll be shoved to the turf that time. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first, again, they go with Bunker. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to look deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a play fake here on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ryan. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Back. Throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff as they run left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And some space here. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They have gone to the fourth quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.